What's up, Bubbas? It's Pilgrim here with you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you ain't done so already. We got some semi-breaking news coming out today out of New Zealand. One case of the vid was found, and now the whole country is going on a 3-day lockdown. And it started today, August 17th, 2021, Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. on their local time. This article is coming from New York Times. New Zealand has begun a 3-day nationwide lockdown after reporting its first vid case in 6 months. The snap lockdown, which started at 11:59 p.m. local time on Tuesday, was set off by the discovery of an infection in Auckland, New Zealand's most populous city. That was believed to be the country's first case of the more contagious Delta variant. Outside its strict quarantine system, Auckland and the nearby Coromandel Peninsula, which the infected person recently visited, entered a longer 7-day lockdown. Under the lockdown rules, New Zealand's toughest, residents must stay at home and all schools, public facilities, and non-essential businesses are closed. Ahead of the lockdown announcement by Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, New Zealanders flocked to the supermarkets to stock up, leaving toilet paper aisles bare in scenes reminiscent of the earliest days of the pandemic. Roads out of Auckland were packed as people left the city for holiday homes in other parts of the country. I want to assure New Zealand that we have planned for this eventuality and that we will now be putting in place that plan to contain and stamp out Vid-19 once again, Ms. Ardern said at a news conference. Going hard and early has worked for us before, she added. You notice how they say going hard and early has worked for us before. Maybe we could see something like that in the United States if this Delta starts expanding and gets even more crazy. It's not yet known how the individual who tested positive contracted the virus. He does not have any links to the country's quarantine facilities at the border. Ms. Ardern warned that if New Zealand failed to act swiftly, it could end up in the same situation as the Australian state of New South Wales, which is reporting hundreds of new cases each day, more than any other time during the pandemic. A lockdown in its 8th week in Sydney, where the Delta-driven outbreak began, was extended to the entire state on Saturday. We are one of the last countries in the world to have the Delta variant in our community, Ms. Ardern said. This has given us the chance to learn from others. The New Zealand government had previously indicated that it would respond to any cases of the Delta variant in the community with the stringent lockdowns, in line with the country's Vid-0 strategy. New Zealand has had amongst the fewest virus cases in the world, with a total of 2,927 cases and 26 deaths, according to a New York Times database. Fears of a Delta outbreak in New Zealand have been heightened by the country's relatively low vaccination rate. According to a New York Times database, 29% of New Zealand's population has received at least one dose of the Jabberwocky, and 17% is fully Jabberwocked. The person whose infection led to a 3-day lockdown, they say, was unjabbed, and they made sure to point that out. The campaign is expected to accelerate in the final months of this year, with officials saying last week that all residents over the age of 16 would be able to book appointments starting September 1st. So, this all sounds like a lot of hoopla to me, a lot of bullshit. You know, they definitely gonna be trying to do that shit here in the United States, over in Canada, all of the Western world, you know. We're gonna get into everything going on in Afghanistan tomorrow night on the next live stream that we do. But yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on. So 3-day lockdown for New Zealand, 7-day lockdown for Auckland. Guys, keep an eye out. You know, they say that this Delta, it's growing. It seems like they're trying to push this Delta now. We'll see what happens, guys. This is pretty dramatic stuff, you guys. New Zealand has a population of about 5 million people, give or take. The fact that there's not piles of dead bodies. Any of you guys living in New Zealand, any of you guys living in Australia, if anybody lives in Auckland, if any of you guys know the person who caused all this, supposedly, let me know how you're doing. Help me get in contact with that guy, please. Prayers out to everybody in Australia and New Zealand. Anybody who knows anything about what's going on right now, please tell me. Like, how soon was it? Was it a sudden? They just threw the hammer down. It's lockdown time. I'll be thinking about you. God bless you. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. We'll have more coming out soon. No, sir.